How are you guys doing? Welcome back to another review here on the Digits Club. We're going to look at the Lemonade Launchpad. I'm very excited for that. It is governed by Jigstack. You might know them. They are a crypto website where you can do a whole bunch of stuff over on their ecosystem. So very interesting Launchpad. We're going to go over everything that you might want to know. So we're going to look at the tiered system, the current projects. We're going to look at the price of the token. We're going to look at all of the chains, and we're just going to do an overall review. So if that is what you are interested in, you want to find out if the Lemonade Launchpad could have investment opportunities for you, then tag along, use this video as either a podcast or review it all the way in. Yeah, just enjoy all of the value. We're going to get into it right away. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me again today. Really do appreciate that. Please make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Also note down, I am not a financial advisor. So with that out of the way, we're going to get into the juice without wasting any time. So we're going to start with the tiered system. And after we covered the tiered system, you can move over with the timestamps, go wherever you like, or tag along with me through the whole process. So the tiered system, it's a bit of an interesting one because if we click at tiers, we see here a very simple 3-tiered system. But if we move over to the medium, we see a completely different tiered system. So which one is the most up-to-date current one is a very interesting question. Now this is from May 2021. So this is very long ago. So I'm assuming that what is on the website is the current tiered system. So over here, you can also see that less tokens are required, and here more tokens are going to be required, which is a clear indication that back then the price of the token was still higher, which as you can see was a while ago. So that is for sure no longer how the tiered system looks. So we're going to stick with the tiered system that is on the website right now, as that is most trustworthy, but keep in mind that there's a bit of confusion on that, and they at least didn't remove their old tiered system from their medium. So starting with this tiered system, we can see 3 different tiers: bronze, silver, and gold. There's absolutely no information, however, on what these tiers are going to be giving you. We don't know whether it's a guaranteed allocation or a lottery tier, so we're going to just have to stick with what we see, and that is just how much you will need for each tier. Now what we can calculate is the price that you're going to have to pay for this. So starting with 100,000, that would give us the very first tier. So we're going to quickly calculate the price of that. Currently the token price is at 0.0007. So that is a very low token price respectively. And we're doing that times 100,000 to get $70. So $70 is needed for the very first tier. And if you are good at math, you'll probably know what silver is also. It's around $400-ish, a little bit less. And then we have 2 million stack, which is going to be the most expensive one. I'll quickly calculate that also for you guys, just so we have it all cleared out. Let's see here. This is 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, 2 million. Yeah, always got to double, triple check. I've done my fair share of mistakes here. Yes, you wouldn't think so, but it happened. So let's see here. That was 0.0007. All right, so that's all for the calculations for today. $1,400 for the most expensive tier. So we're actually talking about quite a big investment if you want the biggest tier, which is a surprise to me, and why that is, I'll get to that in a bit. But it's a surprise that this Launchpad is requiring its users to pay such a large amount, considering the state of the Lemonade Launchpad as of right now. Again, we'll get into that later. For now, let's quickly breeze over the website and get the full picture of what it is. And then we're going to move over to the projects, which is what is going to be most important. That's where you're going to make your money or lose your money. So here at the FAQ, we see a bunch of stuff here. The tiered system, they do have a question about this. Lemonade features a state-of-the-art automated whitelist feature that provides a hassle-free queuing solution. It's powered by Stackbank, the staking platform for the Jigstack ecosystem, and levels the playing field between small, medium, and large size investors. Users are given investment options through automated funding rounds based on their allocation size according to the tiered system. Yeah, but they haven't really put a lot of information out there regarding the tiered system and what the guaranteed allocation will be for each tier, or if it's going to be guaranteed or not. I'm not seeing anything regarding the KYC, not at the tiered system, not at the dashboard, and not at the FAQ. So we can safely assume that there is no KYC, or at least no mandatory KYC on the Launchpad platform, but it could be KYC'd per project. But I don't think that's the case. So United States investors can also participate. And then there's one more important thing on the website before we move forward, and that is how to participate in the IDOs. A quick overview on how to get started. So check the tier levels by stack. Now I do want to show you guys on what platforms you are able to do that. Going over to CoinMarketCap, we can see that you can get the token on MEXC, Uniswap, SushiSwap, and FW. I wouldn't do that one personally. So I would personally recommend going with either Uniswap or the exchange with the highest volume, which in this case is MEXC. So just go with that. Then you can stake your stock on Stockbank, which I believe, yes, you're going to have to do that through the Jigstack website. And over here, I believe on the ecosystem or over here, you'll be able to find, there you go. Here's the Stackbank. So you go over to the Stackbank and here you can start staking. Once it is staked, you will be able to use those staked Jigstack tokens over on the Lemonade Launchpad. So it's all connected. It's one ecosystem. Once you've done that, connect your wallet, and as we can see, there's no KYC in here, so don't worry about that. And then you can choose a project to participate in. Talking about the projects, let's move over there to the projects. So on the dashboard, and this is why I was surprised by the prices of the highest tier, we are seeing that there's no current and no upcoming projects on this Launchpad right now. They've only done 3 launches in total, which is their own launch, one of them, Jigstack, and then there was Transient and Arc. So the IDOs are not that many, but they have been around for quite a while, at least the Lemonade, Launchpad, and Jigstack in general. So I'm very much wondering where these projects are. We're not seeing them being launched right now, and we've only seen 3 in total, one of which was their own token. So that is why I wondered about the price of the tiers. I mean, I understand that the highest tier is supposed to be quite a high price, but this is a bit much considering the fact that you don't even have any projects and barely any projects have launched so far. Regardless though, let's look at how the projects that did launch actually performed to see if at least the launches are doing a good job, yes or no. So moving over to CryptoRank, we can see here Jigstack, so we can look at how the performance was on their own launch. So this is both, how well this particular IDO did, but also just in general how Jigstack as a company did. And as we can see, we are seeing minus 64%, minus 82%, and minus 85% from the Lemonade raise, which was a 300,000 raise. And we don't have any vesting schedules over here. The all-time high, however, was a massive 45x. So it really wasn't a complete failure, but you have to keep in mind that, again, we don't have the vesting schedule, right? So we don't know how much was released at TGE. We don't have that here. Maybe over here we can find the vesting details because that's actually really important. I'm not seeing vesting details. Please let me know if I am not looking correctly, but I don't see any vesting schedules over here. So yes, there was a very big 45x on the launch, but if your tokens are not released yet, then it is worthless. As you can see, there's this big drop off. So unless there was a 100% TGE, then you would have made 45x, but most likely there was a 10, 20, or 25% TGE. And after that, you made a 45x on those tokens, and on all the other tokens you made, well, basically a minus 85%. So it's kind of worthless that they had a high TGE because at the end of the day, they make losses anyways. So not a very spectacular launch at all. And the vesting schedules don't seem to be released either, which is here we do see some vesting schedules in the private round. Look at this, 0 TGE, 10-day lockup. So those people didn't even get the 57x at the all-time high. They only got the minus 81%. So just a very bad project. I don't like to use the words bad too much, but there's really nothing else to describe this with. Now, it happens, right? It's not necessarily a boom, Jigstack sucks kind of statement. It's a bear market. Projects perform badly overall. So it's understandable, but the launch, it was just bad. If you participated in it, you lost a lot of money. There's nothing else that I can say about that. So anyways, they also did do some other launches. So we're going to look at those now, see if they did any better. None of the other launches, both Transient and Arc, were not able to be found over on CryptoRank, which is kind of sketchy to begin with. We do have some details over here that we can click on. But there's not a lot of useful information, such as, how much money did the investors make, what X did the project do, or anything like that. I don't think Transient is on CoinMarketCap either, so we're not going to be able to find out anything. Oh, we do see that they have a CoinMarketCap. So we're not going to be able to follow the TGE, but we can look at the price. So this project, actually very strong TGE. Look at this. That is easily a 10x or so. So huge pump over here at the project. It then dumped a little bit, but it remained fairly high. Then it had another pump over here before it went below TGE price. So this is actually a slightly more interesting project, and it really is a shame that they are not available over on CryptoRank. But it does look pretty interesting. 2.6 thousand people have it on their watch list. Currently, the token price is going up. You can see it has some liquidity issues. That is for sure. Price is shooting up and down like there is no tomorrow. Quite low volume. No, it's actually quite a decent volume. Never mind. You can see that the fully diluted market cap and the market cap are really low. So that brings a lot of opportunities. It only has 1,000 holders. So yeah, it's actually a pretty interesting project. I have to be honest, I didn't expect that. So not even too bad. Again, we don't see the CryptoRank, we don't see the vesting schedules, so we don't know if the investors actually made a lot of profits, yes or no. All I can say is that the project itself doesn't look that bad. Now, as far as ARC goes, I don't know if they are listed on CoinMarketCap. They appear to be. So they are, oh man, look at this. So they did have a interesting TGE also. Nothing much happened. Things kind of stayed the same. It then had a bit of a pump, went down again. And then here we reached our all-time high at nearly 30 cents. So that is again more than a 10x, very huge gains. After that, it went down all the way to zero volume, which is very weird, zero volume. Look at this. We went from 4 million volume to zero, basically. So that is a very weird pattern. Regardless though, huge returns over here. If this is TGE price, right, you see here this dotted line is TGE. So for the most part, it was above TGE price all the way until 6.4, and the project started at 10.25 the last year. So for around half a year, they have been enjoying above TGE price with huge highs. They've had some weird, strange patterns, but it looks like a good project. So overall, we're actually seeing two projects that did surprisingly well, and then the Jigstack, didn't do that well overall. But yeah, I mean, that would give us a 1-to-3 ratio of projects that did badly, and that gives us 33% of the projects doing bad. Now again, it's hard to make metrics because they don't have a lot of launches as of right now, but nevertheless, it's good to put it into some percentages and see how much of the projects actually perform well. So decent performance overall over on Lemonade. Again, very annoying and worrisome that they don't have any projects upcoming or any current projects. That's really bad. Nevertheless, however, the token has a lot of utility. The Jigstack token. And that is, of course, because there is a whole ecosystem behind the token. So even if you are a holder of the Jigstack token, there's other things you can do with the token apart from participating. But yeah, I mean, it is unfortunate that they don't launch anything right now. So with that out of the way, right, we talked about what Lemonade is, we talked about the projects. Now let's take a quick peek at the token and a quick price prediction as well. After that, we're going to move over to Jigstack to really understand the ecosystem, any white papers we might find, and then we're going to end with the final thoughts and a quick look at the current community and social media of this project. So seeing this price over here, it's a bit worrying, right? This very steep drop off at TGE, very high volume as well, 11 million of volume, and all that the users did was sell, sell, sell. They dropped their tokens like there was no tomorrow, and that is of course very worrisome. It shows that instead of holding on to the tokens and utilizing the tokens for what they provide, people decided to dump their tokens, and it basically put the value at this low amount ever since, and it never recovered after that. It had a quick peak over here, but nothing too major, and after that it continued to flatline. Right now, it has a small market cap of 1.2 million and a fully diluted market cap of 2.1 million. Trading volume is at 2.2k with a 12% increase over the past 24 hours. It has 6.1 thousand people on its watch list. And the coin market cap sentiment seems to be around 50-50 bullish versus bearish. We have a couple of comments here that are worth reading. The team is complete bleep, worked with the team, and they have bleep management, bleep infrastructure, and a bleepy vision. They are just here for grabbing money. CTO doesn't even know how programming languages work. Another one here saying, like every project which does not make any profits on short term, people crying around and spread the FUD without thinking about the other thousands of investors. First IDO on Stack made a 20x. More incoming. Stack could become huge. So yeah, again, the market cap sentiment seems to be very much divided. And if you really think about it, they didn't launch as much just yet, but the launches that they did do, for the most part, were quite profitable. But the Jigstack token as a whole has a very sketchy outlook on itself and a very sketchy TGE also. Now, if you're asking me, anytime I've seen a chart like this, I have never seen this recover, right? A massive TGE drop and then just a flat line for nearly a year long. I've never seen that recover. I could be wrong, right? Of course, there's unicorn projects that just completely drop at TGE, flatline for a year, and then go bullish and go up again. Yeah, sure, they exist, but they're not very common, right? If you have a really poor launch where your token just plummets from the sky and stays down for such a long time. Now, if we were looking at a project that, for instance, didn't have any utility yet at the TGE, then could have been understandable. But Jigstack has utility. It has a launchpad, it has an ecosystem, so people should be able to use the tokens and believe in the project and thus hold the tokens. The price should be increasing, yet it is not increasing. And at TGE, it was just a mess. It was a slaughter, and that is not very promising. So again, it really does also depend on what the market does. In any bull market, any project can prosper. So with any price prediction, I always say, if the market continues to be bearish, then this project is going to continue to be bearish either. This does not have the potential to rise from the shadows and in a bear market go and have bullish results. I don't see Jigstack do that. But if the market was to become incredibly bullish tomorrow, well, sure. I mean, Jigstack, it has a decent foundation. It's not standing on paper. They have utility to the token. If the market was to ease up a little bit, then yeah, sure, Jigstack could do fantastically. But right now, we're looking at this project, and in its current state, it's not that interesting. And with the current bear market sentiment, I don't think Jigstack is going to come down from this slump. It's going to stay low. What is interesting to note, however, is that the price is so low and the market cap is also low that if you were to invest even just $100 into this project and the project does do very well, then you could easily just retire with $100. Now, again, this is very speculative and it is not financial advice. Me, myself, I don't think that Jigstack is going to make a very bullish comeback. But again, if you're bullish on the market right now and you feel just like me that Jigstack maybe not incredibly bullish but not bad either, then there's an argument to be made that this is a good entry moment. Anyways, in order to really determine that, there's a lot more stuff to look at, and mainly just the rest of the functions over on Lemonade, right? We still have a bunch of other stuff we can navigate on this website, but most importantly, we have to look at Jigstack, as that is just incredibly important. That's the token you're going to be buying. That's the ecosystem. They're the owners of Lemonade. So let's look at the Jigstack ecosystem to see if it has any potential and what it really is all about. So Jigstack has a number of utilities, starting with Lemonade, of course, their Launchpad, then their stake bank, where you will be able to stake, govern, and earn rewards on all products in the Jigstack ecosystem. There is a gallery, premium NFT marketplace for collectibles and unique artistic pieces. Then there's the JW wallet. The easiest way, that's the J wallet, JW wallet. And the easiest way to gift crypto with just an email and connect with the Jigstack ecosystem. Then there's also ETHLink, the decentralized affiliate marketing solution, a new way for affiliates to promote and earn rewards directly to their crypto wallet without intermediaries. So this is all that you can find on the ecosystem. Here we also have a tab with their team. They appear to be fully doxed. We have profile pictures and a full name. So Robert Veer, Aidan Leonard, Dilara Matarasi are the Chief Operating Officer, Chief Technology Officer, and the Director of Product Development. Now, if we click on this, we get a little bit of text, and unfortunately not a LinkedIn or anything like that. But still, I mean, it is fully doxed, so whether they link to LinkedIn or not, it's quite irrelevant. Tech entrepreneur, remote team expert, and brand manager. Social media and digital marketing strategist, well-versed in Google, Facebook, digital commerce, and building remote agile teams across a varied skill set. So this is the team. Again, I'm very happy that it is fully doxed, that we're able to look at their profile pictures, that we are able to see their name and read a little bit about them. It appears that they have a team of 8 people in their core team. These are all of the most important people mentioned right there. So that's actually really good. Again, they could have preferably linked to LinkedIn either, but that's fine. I also do have to note down, I don't know any of these people, and they didn't note down their advisors. Now, what is the problem with not noting down the advisors? Either that means you don't have an advisor, which is bad, or it means that you don't want to talk about who your advisors are, which in and of itself is not really a good thing either. So normally you always link your advisors. Now, they might be in partners. No, it doesn't look so. Doesn't look like so. It is worth mentioning what their partners are though. So they're partnered with Polygon, Bond, Hedera, and Cyber Unit, and they've been featured in the following article websites: Benzinga, BTC Manager, CoinCodex, Investing.com, News BTC, Tech Times, Yahoo Finance, and the Coin Telegraph. Now, they do have a LinkedIn page over there on their socials, and they have everything else linked as well, from Discord to Reddit, YouTube, Medium, Telegram, etc. So here we see their LinkedIn page. It has 10 employees and 366 followers. It's actually quite active. It's posting quite a lot. And yeah, it has some decent interaction and all that. So really not that bad. They're fully doxed and active on LinkedIn and all that. Also, their other products look quite beautiful. I mean, this is, for instance, the Stake Bank. It's a beautiful product. It works. It looks pretty. And just like their main website is also very easy to navigate, looks good. And yeah, everything is just there. So let's take a quick look at the current holders of the token. They currently have nearly 10,000 holders of the Jigstack token as of right now. Transfers are a little bit below 100,000. And as we can see here over on the holder tab, these are all contracts. So the first investors are holding around 10K. Over here are all holders above $1,000. So that's actually quite a good bunch of big holders. As you can see, all of this above 1K, above 1K, above 1K. So it takes us all the way until around 90 to go below 1,000. So why is it good to see a good bunch of large investors? It means that there's a bunch of people that did their thorough research and decided to invest a lot of money into Jigstack, which does give a little bit of that security. Of course, you should always do your own due diligence. I'm just saying it is always a good indicator, and it's better than seeing a e-scan that just shows you that there's like 10 holders of a token and they're holding $10. That is just a big red flag. So this is all looking quite healthily. And then, really the last piece of the puzzle has to be their Twitter. How active are they? How good is the team communicating? And how big is their Twitter? So their Twitter is actually very small. It is 27,000 followers strong. They post kind of regularly, around once a week-ish. So this is from the 23rd of August. This is from the 16th of August. So yeah, they don't post that often, but often enough. The team is still active and working on their project. They don't get that much interaction either. As you can see, only a couple of likes. They do have a comment here. And Jigstack news, anything? So let's see if we have more of that sentiment, questions not being answered, stuff along those lines. Here we have another tweet. This is a giveaway, so people are just tagging everything. Here's someone else asking also when some IDOs. They did not reply to him. So what I'm seeing is the community has questions, right? They're asking, when are the IDOs going to be launched? What's going to be happening? Is there any news? And we know that the Jigstack team reads because they're posting on their Twitter, so they read those comments, but they're not replying to them. Either because they don't have an answer, which is bad, or because they have an answer, but they don't want the public to know, which arguably is even worse. So regardless, it's not looking very good, right? They don't have any projects. The community seems to be kind of itchy. Where are the projects? When do we get information? And Jigstack is not communicating that information, or they don't have the information. Now, again, it is a bear market, so keep that in mind. They're struggling to find these projects, but do you really want to invest your money to get a dare into a launchpad that is not launching anything, but is also not giving any information on when they are going to launch something? Keep that in mind because it's important. And I'm not trashing Jigstack, right? I think their ecosystem looks really cool. I think there's a lot of utility. It looks pretty. They're active on Twitter, right? But I feel like if you're going to demand the investors to pay for an allocation, right, and stake their tokens, then there has to be something in return for that. And if there's no current projects, then there should at least be upcoming projects. And if you don't have any of that, then there should be at least clear information about what the team is working on and when new IDOs are coming. And if you don't know, then you should communicate that with the community. And that's not happening. Quite disappointed in that, and in my opinion is a red flag. Now again, not trashing the whole project, because there's also a lot of positive things that we discussed today. And that really is all regarding the Lemonade Launchpad and the Jigstack ecosystem. I believe we basically covered just about everything that there is to know about the Launchpad and also the Jigstack ecosystem behind it. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please let me know. And with that out of the way, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next one.